Good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Red Earth Production Studios for another edition of Tips from TTO. As always, we have Megan Wallander from the tax office, the accounting and payroll specialist. Good morning, Megan. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm doing fabulous. How about yourself?
I'm watching the temperature plummet.
It is plummeting, which I love.
I can't agree with that.
Can't agree with me. I love all the seasons.
I understand the seasons and all that stuff, and I mean, I just don't like the direct right turn or actually turn around on either side. I don't mind it being actually fall, but it's already winter. What's going on?
It is already winter, yes. I saw the weather, when trying to get dressed this morning. I checked the weather and I'm like, wow, rain and snow. Where's fall go? So yeah, I do agree with you on that one. It was just like, whew, we had a 92-degree day last week and then it just went real south.
Right.
So I agree with you on that.
I was like, what happened to 65?
Yes, it went away very quickly.
I can't even rake the leaves.
Right. They're frozen.
Anyway, folks, enough of the weather report. We're going to talk a little business this morning. We just finished up our webinar last week. If you didn't get a chance to tune in, we'll have that link in the show post notes, so you could go there and check it out. We talked about creating budgets, preparing for 2021 budgets, accounting practices, marketing plans, all kinds of stuff. Megan, you discussed budgets at great detail, and give us a couple of points here that would help us set up a budget.
So, we talked about where to get started, how to get started, what tools you're going to need to help you navigate through that process. So, like we touched base in the webinar, having an Excel sheet or a simple Word, processing program, or, even if you want to go, just jump right in, purchasing a budgeting program or an accounting software that typically have those budget pieces in there. Those are great tools to have. And then wanting to look back at your P&Ls over the year. If you've got, P&Ls over the last year, it will definitely help you navigate through that process. And so those are just, tidbits of what we talked about in the webinar.
And that's the big key is just understanding what's in front of you, doing your research, putting yourself in that position to know where your money is being spent.
Yes. It's nice to know how much you have coming in, but if you don't know where it's going, it can go pretty fast.
Let me ask you this, and this is my own experience, and I think this is true of most people. You come to the end of the year, you see an expenditure from your accountant that you get back, because you took the shoebox of receipts in, and you go, how did we spend $8,000? What was that? Right? I mean,
it happens more often than not. As a business owner, you've got a lot of hats and you have a lot of things you're trying to navigate through. And so that end of the year can be a shock. Where'd all my money go?
Right,
it happens quite often.
And so that's why we're talking about these things and putting budgets in place and tools and things. And these are tips, that can help you and put yourself in that place. So, hey, check out the webinar. A lot of great information there. We don't have time to go into it all today. But
one thing I do want to add when it comes to expenses, on that expense page, on the expense page with a budget is going to help your accountant navigate through what you spent, and what deductions you can get too. So it's really important to have all of that lined out for your CPA or your accountant when you're going to go get your tax return done, because you want to maximize every deduction you can get to get that dollar amount at the back of the, or at the end of the year, if you are going to get a return. You don't want to miss any of those. So that's a key point too, talking about going into the end of the year.
That's very good. Very good.
Yeah.
So we've got one other thing you want to discuss, Megan. We've got quarterly reports. Is that coming up, right?
Yes. So the deadline for quarter reports is October 30th, and then depending on your state deadlines, I know here in Missouri is 11 to November 2nd is going to be your report deadline for any of your state withholding. So quarterly reports, where to find the forms. So if you do not utilize a payroll company or an accountant of any kind, we've got a couple of resources on our resource page that you can find those reports. The Form 941 for your federal, your 940 payment is due, which is your federal unemployment, but there's no need to file a report. You'll just need to send that payment in to make sure your account stays in good standing, and then you'll file that report at the end of the year. And then again, with your state local, you'll want to check with deadlines. Most states give you that extra little cushion at the end of the quarter. So they'll either be due by the post dated by this Friday, or you'll have until that Monday. Some states give it that extra weekend if it falls on a weekend. So you'll want to make sure that those reports are filed and ready to go by the end of the month, and then those payments are set, and you don't want to get behind on those payments. As well as if your business does, if you are required to send in sales tax, I know for Missouri it's November 2nd, but you'll need to check with your state or your state local governments to find out when those dates are. But you'll want to get your sales tax in as well, because those due dates are by the end of the week and ready to go.
So let's just put it like this, folks. This is good information, understanding where you're at, and if you've forgotten, if you put stuff. And the resource page, the tax office, www.thetaxoffice.com/resource center. This is where Megan is talking about. She'll have these reports, these links to reports, because what kind of nightmare is it to navigate the IRS.gov or even the Missouri Department of Revenue, right?
Yeah, so it's funny. I even sometimes go, "Oh man, I got to get on IRS. I need this form." So they are definitely a beast to navigate through if you don't know what you're looking for. So that's what we're here for. When you visit our resource page, we can have those direct links that will take you to the exact form that you will need for your business to send in. So yeah.
So hey, folks, this is a great place to go directly to where you need to go for these forms. And take advantage of it. This is what we're here for. This is why we do tips from TTO. Give you some information, micro business owners, if you're needing this help. And these are about payroll, both basically payroll.
It is all payroll. So yeah, if you have reports, any type of payroll over the third quarter, those reports, your federal 941, your payment for federal unemployment, your state withholding, and then your state unemployment. So those are the four big ones that are due by the end of the week.
And we'll have this information up on the resource center, in the resource center at thetaxoffice.com. Okay, folks. So you'll understand what is necessary there, the links there to get to these forms to fill out. It makes it easy. If you don't have it saved in your web browser.
Yeah.
Right. So
we highly recommend that, but we also want you to visit our website too. So
absolutely. So, hey, you know what? As always, Megan, thanks for the information. Again, folks,
absolutely.
Megan did a great job talking about budgets. If you're looking for some information about creating a budget for 2021, check out the link in the show post for the webinar. You won't regret it. Megan,
no,
as always, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And again, everybody, Have a great day in the Lord, and we will see you next time.